just on every breath, every breath, every breath, not confused, just on every breath, every breath, every breath, not confused, just on every breath, every breath, every breath, not confused, just on every breath, every breath, every breath, not confused.
Hey guys, welcome to Natural Aesthetics. So this is really just a mismatch of training from last week. Currently about 90 kilos in body weight. Still got a lot of body fat to lose though. And training has been going well. The intensity's up there, always has been. But the structure of my routine hasn't been as sort of regimental as I would have liked. I find myself actually less and less sort of following a specific training structure with reps and sets and whatnot when I'm dieting, because there isn't really any progressive overload in terms of strength. My strength is waning, if anything. So I find myself just switching things up here and there, just changing things around. Whereas when I'm bulking and training more to the progressive overload style, following a specific, perhaps periodized program, then I'm very, very regimented in terms of my training structure, very meticulous. Whereas now I'm not so much. Unfortunately, this diet and preparation for this competition has also come at a time when I've got a lot busier at work. So I've had to train at different times, different days and whatnot. So my training structure has moved about. And obviously that makes a difference in terms of the strength on a particular day. Let's say I'm training squats at 12 o'clock. And then next week I train them at 8 o'clock in the morning. Expect a slight drop off in strength. That's inevitable. And then, you know, if I've lost perhaps half a kilo of weight in that time as well, then, you know, you're just making things harder for yourself. So you have to kind of expect that at some point on a natural bodybuilding cut. It's just the way it is. Also tried some GVT, general volume training, on deadlift. 10 sets of 10 at 160 kilos. Really pleased that I managed to stay at 160. Incredibly challenging session. I was pretty good up to set 7 or 8. I was doing all 10 reps without pausing. Form was pretty tight. But the last few sets, very, very difficult. Form did go out the window. But there's no way I was stopping when I was that close. 100 reps was the target, and 100 reps was what I was going to get with that weight. There's no two ways about that. And just because my form was lacking slightly on those last few reps, it didn't make any difference to me where I was going to finish it or not. Extremely good program to use. You can't overestimate the weight because it will kick you in the arse after set 5 or 6. So you have to be sensible with that. But it's really good for just obviously increasing the volume of a particular workout. You know, I was doing 100 reps at 160, so that's 16,000 kilos of deadlift volume, not including my heavy 1 rep sets prior to that and my warm-ups. So obviously that's a massive amount of workload. Subsequently, I took a few extra days to recover from that. You have to bear that in mind. My leg training 2 days later was slightly below par. That's inevitable. You've got to kind of weigh it up, and that's why you can't really train like that every week, especially on a diet. It's really good to throw in there once every now and again, but you train like that every week on every body part, especially on the heavy compound movements, then you're going to burn yourself out real quick if you're not getting the sufficient amount of calories in, and sleeping, and or using any extra recovery methods. But also you can learn a lot about yourself in terms of your capacity to work very hard, and when something is literally that grueling, even if the form is subpar, you're going to learn a lot about how far you're willing to go. It takes a lot of mental toughness to do something like that, so it's worth it just for that, if anything. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more. Thank you for all your continued support. Feel free to check out my social media. All the links are in the description box below. And stay strong, guys. Thank you.